there, I'm Petar and this is PetarSmiljana Qigong channel. First, I would like to remind you to subscribe down below so we can get enough subscribers to change our name on this channel. Second, well, there is no second thing, but the second thing is actually today's title of this video, which is Save your drama for your grandmama, baby. The gladness that me and Smiljana feel when we see our students start to change and gradually start moving and having when they open their chest, when they start to move more freely and they start to express emotions differently, or the emotions that they were having, or they were thinking that those emotions are actually part of their personality, just vanish after doing the Qigong for some time. We are really happy because we know that the change is actually the only way that is true in nature, and the Qigong actually is the way to do it, since it is so soft and so efficient for this process. Qigong is designed for this process, for a process of change, because your brain starts to new patterns and it balances left and right hemisphere. The parts of your body start to relax, and also your inner organs start to relax, so the Qi can flow easily, and the parts that were not nourished before, like they were supposed to, now start to be nourished, and so emotions release, because the emotions are actually negative emotions are actually, and also positive emotions are actually consequence of the Qi flow. So if there is restriction in Qi flow, you can be like, oh, depressed, sad, or you can be happy and emotionally somewhere in blissfulness. Okay, you can be blissful if the Qi flow is really abundant. Qigong can also help with transforming and transmuting emotions if you use your mind and your mindset. So do it wisely, do the Qigong, and you will transform yourself, because Qigong is the way to do it and the way to change yourself. Well, like I said, Qigong is change, and change is a path. We get to a moment that we need to change. Usually we don't want to go along this path, and we start to resist to this path and to this change with negative emotions. And well, when this moment passes and we don't change, everybody is guilty that we are as we are. Everyone else is guilty, not we, or not I, not you, But usually, if we just stay in the moment, just breathe, just do our exercise, the change comes. The moment comes, it changes us, and we are changed forever. And this is so healing on the inside as on the outside. As we change on the inside, the environment changes, and all the things around us change. So use it wisely. Change to happen, we need to allow it. Somebody might ask, will I be still me if I change? Well, I can say you'll be you even more than you were before, when you didn't want to change, because gradually during this time and during the years, while you were thinking that you are you with this emotion or this habit, actually you were less and less you, since you were becoming only this habit and only this emotion. And when you release it, you finally get into the center, you finally get into, you know, into a balance, and you become again you, connected with the higher self and with the earth, which is a spiritual path, which is the only path actually. Everything else is an illusion. Every tradition says that, not only one, everyone. As we are not in this balanced state, we usually perform a play role or a play with our friends, with our neighbors, with our partners, with our parents, and with everyone around us. And if you open your eyes, you will see that everyone around you plays a role. For example, some play a role of villain, some play a role of friend, some even play, you know, like messengers. If you can see it that way, you will be just on the right path to the truth. But the truth is actually in the middle. When you get yourself in the middle, all these roles of other people will vanish, and they will not know what has happened. Only you will know. So you need to change. You need to change to see the truth. So, as I said, we live in a sort of drama. But are we programmed for this drama? I think we are. I think we are programmed since the beginning, since our birth or since our childhood. While our parents were saying to us, you need to do that, you need to be like that, you need to do this, and we were programmed also for this competition game that we like to play, or maybe not. I'm the one who doesn't like to play a competition game. For example, authoress Marlo Morgan of a book Muted Down Below described this thing in her story, in her book that I mentioned before. While she was going through the desert with natives of Australia, they taught her about this competition world that we live in. Since we all have these games, and we know the games only about competition, so there needs to be a winner and there needs to be a loser. We know only that kind of games, but they actually played, these Aborigines, who were actually not children, and they were the youngest among them was, I think, 30 and something. I think so. So I don't remember it so well. But they were playing a game, and they were all contributing to this game, and there was no competition. There were no losers, and they were all gaining. They were all focused on one thing. So to make this game better and to end it as to grow, just to grow as a community, as a group, not one started a game, but all contributed to this game, and they were all welcome to participate. And as I said, well, this is just one example of this mindset that we have in the Western society or today's world. So what I meant to say is that these Aborigines are these natives of Australia collaborate with each other, as we don't. And we are split as a society, and we play these roles of villains and friends, and actually we are all one. So if we get our mindset on this oneness of all humanity, or all living creatures on this planet, we will get much far than we are right now. But let's get back to this drama. So we live in a drama, and well, now we know we live in a drama, and this drama is not natural. And the thing that is really natural in the nature outside where we are now is collaboration, and this collaboration comes from open-hearted, not your mind. So what actually happens when you start to change? Well, the change comes when you start to move towards unity of polar sides. So the light and the darkness. The darkness is actually our shadowy part of our personality, and usually we don't want to. We just want to push it away. You know, you are not me, and we put it on our outside, on our villains, and on our enemies, and on our neighbors that we hate, and because they are from somewhere else, or we are from somewhere else, and they are from, I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. We're all one, and when we start to connect with this with our inner self and with our shadowy parts, we start to intake these shadows that we made during these years, and there is a saying in China, old saying, that is, you should be friend with your demon. So you should make friends with your shadowy parts, and you will become one, and you will be centered, and you will be healed. So when you do Qigong daily and day to day and month to month, you feel this change since you start to embrace, and you start to feel these shadowy parts coming into your light being, and you start to embrace these parts of yourself, and you can feel that you're becoming more and more you, and you're not so afraid anymore of your life, of your neighbors, of your politicians, the things that you were afraid once. And you start to connect to your inner child, which was once very alive in you, but during the years you start to separate yourself because of this shadowy part, and the shadow is actually this your inner child that was abused. Maybe not from you, because you were just a little, or maybe you were not so strong to defend your self and your inner child, and in that moment you were split. You know, you just became two personalities, or two things, and the shadowy part was actually the one that needed protection. And now, when you know it, and since you know it, you can embrace this shadowy part to become one with you, like like a mother-child. You need to embrace it. But this labeling and punishment that we received as a child now needs to be washed away. But if your life is still hard, and you still need to drop a tear or two, go and share your drama with your grandmama. I know she will understand. May the Chi be with you.